Recording in progress.
March 14th of 2024. The defendant is present. We're conducting this hearing by video. Appearing on behalf of the State of Ohio, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney James Reese. Ms. Owens, do you have any objection to the court conducting this hearing by video?
No, ma'am.
Did you get a copy of the indictment?
Yes, ma'am.
The court has to go over that with you.
Okay.
There's 8 counts in it. Count 1 is a theft, a felony of the 5th degree. Reads on or about August 2nd, 2023 in Ashland County, Ohio. Daion Owens did with purpose to deprive the owner, Park National Bank, location 1000 Sugar Bush Drive, Ashland, Ohio, 44805, of property or services to wit $1,700, knowingly obtain or exert control over either the property or services by deception in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 291302A3, 1302B2, theft, a felony of the 5th degree, and furthermore, the property or services stolen is valued at $1,000 or more and less than $7,500, and furthermore, by virtue of Section 290112H of the Ohio Revised Code, the offense was committed in Ashland County and or Richland County, Ohio. Do you understand what they're alleging in count 1?
Yes.
Count 2 is theft, a felony of the 5th degree. It states on or about August 2nd, 2023 in Ashland County, Ohio. Daion Owens did with purpose to deprive the owner, Park National Bank, location 325 North Lexington Spring Mill Road, Ontario, Ohio, 44902, of property or services to wit $1,849.19, knowingly obtain or exert control over either the property or services by deception in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 291302A3, 291302B2, theft, a felony of the 5th degree. It also states furthermore, the property or services stolen is valued at $1,000 or more and less than $7,500, and that by virtue of Section 290112H of the Ohio Revised Code, the offense was committed in Ashland County, Ohio, and or Richland County, Ohio. Do you understand what they're alleging in count 2?
Yes.
Count 3 is attempt to commit an offense, a misdemeanor of the 1st degree. That reads on or about August 2nd, 2023 in Ashland County, Ohio. Daion Owens did knowingly engage in conduct that, if successful, would have constituted or resulted in the offense of theft. 291302A3, 291302B2, to wit, Daion Owens entered the Park National Bank located at 3 North Main Street, Mansfield, Ohio, 44902, and attempted to cash a fraudulent check number 002987 in the amount of $1,849.11, drawn off of PNB customer, the Veterans and First Responders account ending in 5965. That's in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 292302A, 292302E1, attempt to commit offense of a misdemeanor of the 1st degree. And by virtue of Section 290112H, the offense was committed in Ashland County, Ohio, and or Richland County, Ohio. Do you understand what they're alleging in count 3?
Yes.
Count 4 is attempt to commit an offense, a misdemeanor of the 1st degree. It reads on or about August 2nd, 2023 in Ashland County, Ohio. Daion Owens did knowingly engage in conduct that, if successful, would have constituted or resulted in the offense of theft, 291302A3, 291302B2, to wit, Daion Owens entered the Park National Bank located at 460 West Cook Road, Mansfield, Ohio, 44907, and attempted to cash a fraudulent check number 002988 in the amount of $1,900, drawn off PNB customer, the Veterans and First Responders account ending in 5965, in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 292302A, 292302E1, attempt to commit offense, a misdemeanor of the 1st degree, and furthermore, by section of 290112, the offense was committed in Ashland County or Richland County, Ohio. Do you understand what they're alleging in count 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Count 5 is forgery, a felony of the 5th degree. Reads on or about August 2nd, 2023 in Ashland County, Ohio. Daion Owens, with purpose to defraud or knowing that she was facilitating a fraud on the Veterans and First Responders, did utter or possess with purpose to utter a writing, to wit, check number 002987, dated August 2nd, 2023, in the amount of $1,849.11, payable to Daion Owens, that Daion Owens knew to have been forged in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 291331A3, 291331C1B, forgery, a felony of the 5th degree. Do you understand what they're alleging in count 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Count 6 is also forgery, a felony of the 5th degree. It reads on or about August 2nd, 2023 in Ashland County, Ohio, Daion Owens with purpose to defraud or knowing that she was facilitating a fraud on the veterans and first responders, did utter or possess with purpose to utter a writing to wit check number 002988 dated August 2nd, 2023 in the amount of $1,900 payable to Daion Owens, that Daion Owens knew to have been forged in violation of Ohio Revised Code section 2913-31A3, 2913-31C1B, forgery, a felony of the 5th degree. And it states furthermore, by virtue of section 290112H of the Ohio Revised Code, the offense was committed in Ashland County or Richland County, Ohio. Do you understand what they're alleging in count 6?
Yes.
Count 7 is forgery, a felony of the 5th degree. It reads on or about August 2nd, 2023 in Ashland County, Ohio, Daion Owens with purpose to defraud or knowing that she was facilitating a fraud on the veterans and first responders account ending in 5965 did utter or possess with purpose to utter a writing to wit check number 002986 dated August 2nd, 2023 in the amount of $1,700 payable to Daion Owens, that Daion Owens knew to have been forged in violation of Ohio Revised Code section 2913-31A3, 2913-31C1B, forgery, a felony of the 5th degree, and by virtue of section 290112H of the Ohio Revised Code, the offense was committed in Ashland and or Richland County. Do you understand what they're alleging in count 7?
Yes, ma'am.
Count 8 is forgery, a felony of the 5th degree. It reads on or about August 2nd, 2023 in Ashland County, Ohio, Daion Owens with purpose to defraud or knowing she was facilitating a fraud on the veterans or first responders account ending in 5965 did utter or possess with purpose to utter a writing to wit check number 002987 dated August 2nd, 2023 in the amount of $1,849.19 payable to Daion Owens, that Daion Owens knew to have been forged in violation of Revised Code 2913-31A3 and C1B, forgery, a felony of the 5th degree, and by virtue of section 290112H of the Revised Code, the offense was committed in Ashland County and or Richland County, Ohio. Do you understand what they're alleging in count 8?
Yes, ma'am.
You have certain rights in this matter. First, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say during the course of the hearing can be used against you at future hearings. You have the right to have an attorney, and you have the right to a court-appointed attorney if you cannot afford to hire your own, and if you qualify. There's a $25 fee for court-appointed counsel. You also have the right to have a jury trial and to have the state prove your guilt as to all of the charges beyond a reasonable doubt to all 12 jurors. Do you understand those rights as I've explained them to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you want to be represented by an attorney?
I do, but I really want to. I don't understand right now, but yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. I do want to.
Okay, we're going to do bond today, no matter what. If you want to be considered for court-appointed counsel, or I'll still set your bond today, so it's not going to delay your case if that's what you're
Okay.
concerned about.
I wanted to know if I could speak on my behalf, though.
As far as bond, yeah, I'll give you a chance to do that. But for right now, do you want me to consider you for court-appointed counsel, or you're going to hire somebody?
No, a court-appointed one would be nice because I really can't afford an attorney right now.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna ask you a few questions to see if you qualify.
Okay.
Can you give me your date of birth, please?
12/26/95.
Okay, and what's your address?
3325 East 137th Street, Cleveland, Ohio, 44121. 44120.
Okay, and phone number? Right, and the last 4 of your social.
3096.
Do you live with anybody at that address?
My mom and my son.
Okay. What's your mom's first name?
Owens, Owens.
And your son's first name? Okay. Dallas is how old?
5.
Oops. Do you currently receive any benefits like Ohio Works First, SSI, SSD, Medicaid, food stamps?
Yeah, I get food stamps and child
And
support.
what else? Okay, food stamps and child support, you said?
Mm,
Did you get Medicaid too? I missed
I
something.
do get Medicaid.
Okay,
Yeah, that is Medicaid.
okay, that does qualify you for court-appointed counsel.
Okay. And it's a $25 fee. Okay.
Yeah, there's a $25 fee that you have to pay the clerk of courts within 7 days, I think.
Okay.
So court's going to appoint attorney Kimberly Stout-Sherrer to represent you. We'll let her know she's been appointed. She'll be at the next hearing for you.
Okay.
But we are going to set bond today. Give me a second. Okay, the state filed a written bond recommendation, and then I'll ask Attorney Reese if he has anything to say. And then if you want to say something just regarding what the court should set for bond, I'll let you do that here. But let me read to you what they're asking the court to set. So the state wants the court to set a surety bond or cash bond in the amount of $20,000, that you sign a personal recognizance bond, that you remain in the state of Ohio, that you have no contact with Park National Bank. As to the nature and circumstances of the crime charged, they state that on August 24th of 2023, Ashland police responded to a fraud case with Park National Bank. Brown Fraud and Security for PNB reported a check drawn from a PNB business account was made payable to defendant for $1,700 at the Ashland branch. Defendant attempted to cash the same check at Mansfield and Ontario PNB branches. Later found out that on August 2nd, 2023, she went to the same Ashland PNB and cashed a $1,700 check to Daion Owens, cashed another check for $1,849.19 at the Ontario branch the same day, denied 2 other transactions at the Mansfield branch. They state that the weight of the evidence is strong, that your identity was confirmed by law enforcement. They state that you're a resident of Garfield Heights, Ohio. For your criminal history, you have a M1 falsification in North Olmsted from 2017, an M1 theft from Mayfield Heights in 2023, 3 counts F4 counterfeiting, and 1 count forgery F5 in Summit County in 2023. And then in Lorain County in 2023, you have 7 counts forgery F5, receiving stolen property F5, and grand theft F4. That's the state's bond recommendation. Attorney Reese, anything else you want to add to that?
Well, it appears that sorry, Ms. Owens is still on probation
Okay.
from a number of counties and committed these offenses during the time on probation from, I believe, Elyria. And then it also appears that there are several failures to appear in court from the CCH. So I would just ask the court to take note of that.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Owens, if there's anything you want to say regarding bond, now's your opportunity to do so, but I'll just remind you, you don't have to because you have the right to remain silent. So if you want to talk to your attorney and readdress bond at the next hearing, that's fine also. Is there anything you want to say today regarding just what the court should set for bond?
I just wanted to say, I know this is new to you, but it's old to me. This all happened around the same time from the Elyria and the Summit County stuff. It's just now coming up, so this is not nothing new. I haven't been in police contact in 2 years, and I'm doing better from then. I was in a homeless shelter, and I ran into the wrong friends and got into some stuff. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't on purpose. That's not my character. The things that happened before then was me just being with the wrong friends. I'm doing better now. I live in a house. My son is together. I work a job. Like, I feel like I'm different. I don't smoke, I don't drink, nothing. And this stuff didn't occur during probation. This is no new nothing during probation. And then I'm trying to think, when did I miss court? Because I really don't miss court either, honestly. So maybe it was a failure to appear a couple places, probably in the past, but on the last almost 3 years, I've been on a stroll or on a good foot. You understand? I haven't been into anything. And I'm living for my son. Like, I take care of my mom and my son. And nobody really can help me with that. His dad can't help him. So I was just hoping that if I do get a bond, I was hoping that it would be an affordable bond so I can get out and begin the process of start trying to get this taken care of.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. All right, the court's going to set bond as follows. To be released, you'll have to post 2 bonds. First is a personal recognizance bond. That's just your written promise with the court to appear at all future hearings in the case. If you fail to appear, you can be charged with a separate felony offense for failing to appear.
Mm-hmm.
The second would be either a bail bond, which could be secured by the deposit of 10% of the amount in bond and cash, or a surety bond or bond secured by real estate or securities as allowed by law. The amount of the bond would be $25,000. Ordered not to leave the state of Ohio without obtaining written permission from the court, appear at all future hearings in the case, and keep the court informed of your current address and telephone number at all times. To follow and obey all laws of the state of Ohio and orders of the court. Not use, consume, or possess any drugs of abuse or alcohol, and you'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing. Cannot use any products containing THC while you're on bond. After you post bond, you need to report to the court's bailiffs. They'll get you signed up for the court's drug testing and bond program. Court's going to order you have no contact or be on the premises of any Park National Bank while you're on bond.
And so the bond was raised.
It was 25,000, but you can do 10% if you want.
The first bond that the state requested was 20,000. So
For
you
a cash bond of 25,000, correct?
So I'm confused. So I'm paying 10% of 25,000 would be 2,500.
You could post 2,500 to be released from jail. We're going to set another court date. I'm going to try to do this Monday at 2 o'clock.
I might as well sit in here till Monday.
So that'd be March 24th. I'm sorry, does that work for you, Attorney Reese? Oh, you're on mute, so I can't hear you. Okay. So your next hearing will have Monday, March 24th at 2 o'clock. If you bond out, come back to the courthouse for that hearing. If you don't bond out, then we'll have you by video again, but we'll give you a chance to talk to your attorney privately before we get started. The court can readdress bond at that time. Just go ahead and talk to your attorney that day about that. Okay?
Okay.
All right, we're adjourned for today then.
Recording stopped.